It's a beautiful new day, and you know what's else beautiful? That's right, this new app I'm building. It's basically a website where you can organize and coordinate clubs and find overlap in your schedules. And I'm Alexa, a 16-year-old entrepreneur on a quest to find out all the little tricks that go into making a successful SaaS startup. This is day 3 of building in public, so let's get to it. I'm really excited. Just to refresh you, last time we made sign in with Google Work, we added a way for teachers to create clubs, and we made this simple club page. By we, I mean Cursor, ChatGPT and I. That's right, I'm taking on Vibecoding. Even though I'm an electrical engineering high school student, and I've been building manually for the majority of my life, I realized that mindset would have made me into a perfect employee. Developers have a superpower of making apps by just typing the right keys on the keyboard in the right order. But making a successful startup is something much broader. The point of design thinking, lean and running lean, if you've heard about them, is to put systems in place to prevent you, the developer, from making something that nobody wants to use. You could say that vibe coding is not coding, and I could agree to some degree, but it's a matter of where you put your priorities and if you want to validate your idea before building or just get straight to it. I choose to code with AI because my time is limited and I want to try out everything to fail as many times as possible in order to learn, because that's something that nobody can take away from you. If you're the best software engineer in the world, great, good for you, but you'll probably be replaceable in a few years' time, if not now. If you don't move fast enough, the world will move past you. And you can already see an ocean of new startups launching every day. So why should you marry one idea and potentially waste precious time and resources? That's kind of the plan I'm going for and why I think AI agents are necessary and shouldn't be overlooked. Enough talking, time to get to work. I didn't realize last time that we had this invite members pop-up, which gives us a link to join a club, so I'm curious to see if that works. I switched to a student account and then if I paste the link, nothing happens, so it wasn't implemented yet. First of all, I'm gonna reopen this chat from yesterday, and I heard from someone that you should keep one chat for as long as possible, as it keeps all the context, all the directions you gave it and the mistakes it's made. But it could be a double standard, because sometimes you want to start fresh and to have it forget everything you've done so far. For now, I'll tell it to clean up the codebase and files we don't use currently. Please is optional, but only omit it if you want it to turn into Duo when you don't do your Spanish lesson. Oh, and don't forget to drink water, as when you're thirsty, it's already late. That way you'll think better, believe me. It cleaned it up perfectly and it kept the functionality. Now I'll also ask it to update the rules in order to include the current context and things it told it about what I want to be made. I think this will help you to be more informed in the future chats. And just to be sure it's set up properly, I'll make new project rules in Cursor and tell it to put it in that file. That's awesome, and I'll tell it to apply it to every chat request. Continue with implementation. Thank you. I mean, these agents are just a big upgrade from ChatGPT and just chat-based and copy and paste solutions we had earlier. And Tab is also extremely useful, where you start typing something and it finishes your thoughts. I just didn't get to use it here for now. So it added a club creation page, which we had, but maybe it's improved it, the club store, and the details page. It's pretty much redone what it's done yesterday. Perhaps it's better, let's see. I don't know what you consider better, but this certainly isn't that for me. It's good we can go back in time and fix the stuff it broke. Continue and revert. I basically just went back and edited the prior prompt, and then it asked me if it should revert the changes. This is about it. And this time I'll be more precise, as per what it's supposed to do. Add the joining and accepting functionality. Because we already gave it the project specifications, I don't need to be more precise. It's such a good feeling to accept these files. And while it's doing its job, I'm going to copy this SQL, go to the supervisor's SQL editor and paste it. Running it yielded in a success, so I can now finish this up and finally accept the readme. Let's open up this club, and alright, this is what it's saying. It still wasn't able to fix it, so I'll explain it that when I open the club page, it gives me this error, fix it, and then I'll tell it to use context 7. It's going to run the module context protocol tool to gain knowledge on how these libraries work. Could be a database-based problem, so we'll run another query and check it out. Yeah, this is still here. It's a beautiful sunny day outside, I'm so grateful. And as soon as I finish this up, I'll be heading straight to school. On foot, of course. First line of defense would be to delete all the users and all the database records, just to make sure that's not the issue. And I'll also restart the server, just to be sure. This could be cope, I'm probably wrong, but it costs nothing to try, cause dumb things happen in software. I don't know if it's cosmic rays or something, but most of the times, turning something on and off fixes it. And that applies to websites. I'm gonna be a teacher this time. I'll try to create a club. And it wasn't a cosmic ray. Something is obviously wrong. I'll also try to tell it what's in the database. And I see that this can sometimes be tedious because agents are smart enough to see their output and then correct it. But now it doesn't have access to my database, and so it can't directly run queries and fix the database if it's the issue. It just doesn't have that part of context. I hope it'll come out with something better this time. I'm gonna say the magic words. Camera just hit the hour mark, and I should slowly start packing, which is annoying. I get way much value doing this right now than going to school. But it's important to not complain how little time you have to do something, because it's probably cope. I'm talking firsthand, as I had a scarcity mindset, and I still do, but I'm working on improving it. I'm always complaining on the lack of resources and waiting for the right conditions. The video you're currently watching is my action step towards fixing that mindset and doing the tiniest little steps, knowing they will compound. Now it's a different kind of error. Hey, that worked. I guess I can't see myself, but perhaps that's intentional. If I create another one, I'll be in. Yeah, so that's done once you create a club. It's not that big of a deal. Let's try to invite a member. Let's swap it out for the student account and let's visit this URL. Maybe it's not the URL. It's opening a club and then requesting. Request to join. There's no visual indication, but I think we sent a request. Yes, we did. So if I become a teacher again and go to requests, I can accept and see it as a member. There's some minor bugs, but the system is working mostly. I'll do my best to explain it the issues I have, and I'm sure it'll fix it. But you know, I'm thinking, I was just about to go to school and leave this for another time, and then one prompt later, we got this, which is kind of like when you're mining and then you stop, you give up just before you got to gold. And alright, I get that. Don't give up too easily. But right now I have a strict time block where I have to work and then I have other duties. Should you just hard cut it at some time and not be late? Or do until you finish a task and be late? Or we can have the best of both worlds. I don't know, I'll figure it out but by walking to school, because I'm already late. Thank you so much for watching and investing some time into keeping me accountable. And if you want to be more proactive, you can subscribe, you can comment your thoughts, be as real and harsh as you need to be, and I'll see you pretty soon. Now go and build something amazing. You don't have an excuse.